chair, gonna tell you what she like. Native power, sharp wit, and a sassy frame of mind. If you're looking for some gruff, man, she left it far behind. Turn it up, put your headphones on. We're riding the airwaves until the dawn. Are they completely crazy? Yeah, tough love is tough, but the signal is clear. We're stable enough. Yeah, stable enough. Down in Florida, where the neon lights glow, toxic pip looks locking in for the show. He can't see the screen, but he's fixing the code. Loving Linux and the wrestlers running in beast mode. He's coding in the dark, screaming lay the smackdown. The wildest penguin jacket to ever hit this town. In the third hot seat, keeping it complex. Since Peepaw Riverter, the voice of Gen X. Got an opinion on everything he's seen it all before. Just a cynical rebel knocking down your door. Turn it up, put your headphones on. We're riding the airwaves until the dawn. Are they completely crazy? Yeah, tough love is tough, but the signal is clear. We're stable enough. Nietzsche drops the hammer, Pip boots the drive. Peepaw starts to argue just to feel alive. They might glitch, they might crash, they might push it to the edge, but they against the light from the top of leisure Stable enough. Yeah, the stream is live. Stable enough. Nature's taking no gruffs. Stable enough. Pip-Flip's loving that Linux stuff. Stable enough. Peepaw's ratting out live. Stable enough. Tie it up to the crowd. Stable enough. Well, stable
They're like an anime. The intros for them are like 4 or 5 minutes. I like beer.
He likes beer. Give him another one. Because it's Father's Day. And on Father's Day, everybody gets a beer. So welcome. No.
Yes.
I can't. No, it's not on the prescribed thing these days. So
Oh yeah, fair enough.
fair enough. So anyway,
Yeah, but wine good. That's fruit.
fruit.
Oh my
Okay.
god, Mikey, we're not even gonna get into. Okay, people, introduce the show. Introduce the show first.
Guys, welcome back to another Stable Enough with your host, the lovely, vivacious, intelligent, who takes no gruff, the one and only Nixie. Nixie. Why Nietzsche? Why did I call you Nixie? God, I need my medication. I'm sorry, Nietzsche.
Hi guys, I am in fact Nietzsche. Hope you're having a great Sunday.
I don't know.
You know what though? I'll take that over. Like people used to call me Niecy, like as in Niece Lone Wolf, which anyone, I don't know, whoever watches this may or may not know who that is or was. And I will take Nixie over Niece Lone Wolf.
Well,
That's
yes,
fine.
and anyway, my bad, my mistake. Also joining us today is the one-eyed wonder, Toxic Piplup. Is your stuff working, or are you still out in no man's land?
Um,
Toxic.
yeah, yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, that's good.
Final answer.
And once again, I don't know. I think we're going to change the locks or something. But somehow he's wormed his way back on yet to another show. Mikey, how are you today, Mikey?
Dude, I'm finding that a frog here split 4 ways, let me tell you.
Tell
All
us.
right.
I don't know where to go from there. So
Okay, so do you want me to take over?
Yeah.
Or do you have more to say? Like to intro?
No, I have nothing more to say.
Okay, so I'm just gonna get right into this because I do think that this is gonna be a slightly longer segment than normal from me anyway. I'm not like Mikey or Peepa over here having, crazy long
yeah.
segments. However, this segment does have a lot of working components. So I don't have a Facebook. However, I do have a Facebook for my work. And one of the people I work with was posting a lot of these AI flyers for this new Indigenous restaurant. And I kind of looked past it because, to be honest with you, I haven't fully formed my opinions on AI, how I feel about it, its uses. I think AI shouldn't be used for art, or a lot of things that people have jobs for. However, when it comes to generating images, whatever, I kind of dismissed it. I was like, okay, whatever. They're using AI for their flyers. That kind of sucks. They really should be going to Indigenous artists to make their content. However, looked past it. Then I saw this flyer. Peepa,
Which
can
one?
you show the one that says "Are you Indigenous owned"?
This
Yeah,
one here?
that
Okay.
one. That
All right.
yeah.
It's up on the screen now
So
for you.
thank you. So this flyer, this kind of changed everything for me. When it says, "Wait, are you Indigenous owned?" Nope. But we're proud to work with Indigenous food creators. This kind of changed everything for me. I thought this restaurant was Indigenous owned and operated because I'm sorry, people, I'm going to make you pull up another one on here. I believe it's the one, oh, the one with the one your mouse is over that says
This one?
grand opening. Yes.
Okay. Uh-huh.
If you look on this flyer,
Mhm.
Peepaw, do you see below where it says "Our Soft Launch" on the bottom?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What does that say?
It says new flavored cozy vibes made with love and
No,
indigenous.
no,
Nope.
wait, no, below our soft launch, like below the
The
food. So
wording.
thank you
Thank
to
you for
everyone
everyone
who
who has
has
supported us during our soft launch. Indigenous owned and operated.
bingo, right?
Yeah.
Indigenous
Okay.
owned and operated. So that's
Yeah.
why I had kind of passed off their use of AI, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you go
Because
back to the one, sorry, go
because
ahead.
they were marketing themselves as being owned by indigenous people.
Owned and operated.
Yes. Gotcha.
So this flyer that they put out says, nope, we are not Indigenous owned and operated. That's
Yeah.
where everything kind of changed for me, right? So I
Yeah.
started looking into this a bit more, right? I started
Sure.
looking to community members. And then I saw this video from Inez Cook.
Okay.
Can you go to the video that has the pink countertop in it?
Okay. Hang on. Yes. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna watch this video now. I'll explain who Inez Cook is first. So Inez Cook owns a restaurant called Salmon and Bannock. We'll talk about that restaurant more later. She is Indigenous. We'll get into a little bit more of her background, but basically, she went to go and check out this Indigenous BC kitchen, which, if you'll notice, is fully pink. It actually used to be called the COVID Cafe, but we'll get into that more later. Now we can watch the video.
Hey, whoa, sec. This cat here, that's the owner or the operator dude with the long hair?
Yes. Now he is going to deny that, but we'll get
Okay.
into that more later. But yes, he is. His name is Vince Froome.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes, Mikey, that's your question.
You stated that this place used to be called the COVID Cafe prior to its new ownership.
Well, and it still is called COVID Cafe. They never officially changed the name. I think they just kind of marketed this as like a pop-up because today is actually National Indigenous Peoples Day, at least in Canada. So we think that with FIFA coming here and with it being actually National Indigenous History Month, although Pride Month kind of gets more of that this just popped up. But they never actually changed any of their business licenses, any of their official names on anything. They're just calling themselves that. Sorry, that's a long answer, but it is important to know.
I was just curious because if it was the COVID Cafe, I wanted to make sure they Lysoled all the COVID out of it before they served. You know.
You just wanted to make like a little funny.
You did all that.
A little funny joke
for that. You went around. Oh my God.
I didn't think it was going to go the direction it went, but
I disavow.
Is there seating 6 feet apart from each other?
Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't. All right, let's get back to the video.
This video is 7 minutes long, guys.
I'm sorry.
No. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you just paid $11, right? Yeah, okay. Do you have any of the prepared ice cream?
Yeah, they're right here.
Thank you. Oh, I see. You took the photos off of your posters. Right.
So we're here to find out about the Indigenous owner.
Yes. Well, there's
You're Vince Froome, right?
I'm Vince. Yeah.
Yes. So you owned Pizza Bagel. Yes.
I didn't.
And then you
own
sold it, and who did you sell it to? And now you're an employee here.
I'm employee. Yes. Yeah.
So who hired you?
There is new owners include Dennis Kale is one of them. Include a bunch. I haven't even met everyone.
Remember the name Dennis Kale? That's gonna come up later. Also, look at how he's already struggling.
Yeah. Well, so I've always, like, from shows that I've watched, like when you go like real crime TV shows and things like that, people on there that are a whole lot smarter about this kind of stuff than I am. They've always said, like, when you're talking to somebody, if they pause a lot, if they what they're trying to do is they're trying to make up in their mind a believable lie that they think that you will actually accept and believe. Because if they're telling the truth, they'll sit there and be able to have a conversation. There will be no pauses. There's no hems or haws or anything of that nature, right? And so with him struggling like he is, based on things that I've seen, like on these true detective, crime shows, things like that.
People, based on your knowledge of being, I can't actually remember how old you are, but being how old
57.
you are.
I'm 57 years old. I'm proud of it.
57 years old. I think in your 57 years, you've come across a few people who were just nervous.
Sure.
And you've come across a few people that are pulling shit out of their ass.
100%.
And in your experience.
So this guy's pulling stuff out of his ass. And you could tell because when they started pressing him, it started coming at him with some facts and stuff. the expression on his face was he was taken aback, right? He wasn't
Because they've
prepared.
done their fucking reresearch,
Yeah,
dude.
he was
They
not
didn't
ready.
come in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, he wasn't ready. He wasn't prepared, and yeah, he's what is it they say? What is it? You cold flat busted. You know, and yeah. So yeah, he's struggling to come up with answers. What he's probably doing is he's probably going back through his mind and saying, okay, who have I met sometime in my life that is indigenous that I can use as names here that will have some cred to what I'm doing here, right?
Yeah.
That's essentially what he's doing. So
He looks like a methed out Oompa Loompa had a love child with
What?
like Dopey from Snow White, like the little because he has like giant ass fucking ears. Oh.
Okay, you
Anyway.
done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
One, but there's a few different new owners. This whole thing's brand new.
Well,
Yeah.
nothing about this looks new.
Yeah, the whole thing.
As a grand opening.
No, it's not like grand opening.
Well, it said grand opening on the 14th. That's why we're here.
Well, yeah, there's no like grand opening yet. So it's we're still doing a soft.
So who's the indigenous owner? That's what we want to know. You're claiming to have indigenous owned and operated?
Dennis Kale is definitely an indigenous guy, and he is a part owner. Yes.
Part
Us?
owner or whole owner?
So Dennis Kale, do you have the it's like a screenshot of a Facebook message? Yeah. So
No, that's no. Okay, hang on. Let me go back to here.
you'll find it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
here.
perfect. You got it. So this is Dennis Kale. He says, "Good morning, Derek. I had a friend send me yesterday's video. I do not in any way, whole or in part, have any ownership of the." He meant to write Indigenous Kitchen BC. I'm pretty upset with this individual for lying about me owning or part of the business. So I don't actually have the screenshot because it's in. There was just too many videos, guys, and
Sure.
too many things. So in another video that Sister Sage put out, Dennis Kale explains his history with the COVID cafe. And basically what he had done was he did some basically like contractor stuff, some
Mhm.
renovation. And then that's basically it for when I believe it was when it was for COVID cafe, not for Indigenous Kitchen BC or whatever the hell, Indigenous BC Kitchen, whatever the heck. So he has no affiliation or ownership of this restaurant in any way, nor has he done any work for it since the original work that he has done. So
I have a question. I'm gonna put this out there because I would really like to know this.
sorry.
Uh-oh.
It's my dad calling me, but I'll call him back. Sorry,
No, that's
go ahead.
probably because he knows we're talking about this, and he's probably he wants to know how do I call in. He wants to set things straight. So, question.
Yes.
I know that the country as a whole, Canada, has some pretty ostentatious or they have like laws that protect the indigenous people of Canada, right? Such as yourself. There has to be, in my logic or my reasoning here, there has to be something that this guy claiming his business to be indigenous in nature and owned and so forth. And it's not. That has to be like some sort of major, like, I don't know, breaking of the law, something. I mean, is there not something criminal nature? I mean,
I'm not going to get deep into like laws that protect like us as indigenous people. But just with this, like this alone, it's just fraud to claim anything.
Sure.
I can't go out there and claim that I'm an authentic Chinese owned and operated business if no one that owns my business is Chinese. That's just a false claim in general.
Yeah.
I don't know what you would call that in the law. I would
Well,
call it fraud, just fraud.
it's fraud.
Just
It's
fraud.
1,000% is fraud. But I just didn't know if maybe there was something a little bit more there because, I don't know about here in the States. But I would think we have laws in the States even that because, if you go to, like a reservation, right, and they have, uh, uh, indigenous owned businesses where they make, different types of like jewelry or,
Traditional
clothing.
products.
Yes, traditional products. Thank you. Things like that. Um, if there was somebody that was trying to sell that or hawk that, saying that it was indigenous, made by indigenous hands or indigenous people, and it wasn't, I would
I
think
think
that. I
that's a
mean, but
civil claim. That's like a
um,
civil,
it may be. I
like
don't
that's.
know, but it's just wrong. It's just immoral. I mean, maybe
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. It's fraud. Like at a base level, it is fraud, right? He could be. I don't know if he could be sued for fraud,
sure.
right? I have no idea. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be a
Well,
lawyer, right? But I would say by say that having those
yeah,
two flyers,
yeah,
right? One that says my business is indigenous owned and operated, and
100%.
one that says actually no, we're not, because the consumer at that point has a complaint. I am wanting to support an indigenous owned and operated business,
I want to
and
go. I want to
you
see
in
something
one
here.
post are telling me you are, and in another post you're saying you're not.
Okay, so let me just go back to a second here, folks. So this is the one that we pulled up. This showed. It says, look right here. It says, Indigenous owned and operated. This was posted from the Indigenous BC Kitchen Instagram page, right? And this was posted 3 weeks ago, right?
On May 28th, it looks like.
Yeah, May 28th of 2026. Okay, so now let's see when was this here posted?
4 days ago.
4 days ago. So they didn't change nothing. They didn't change. Oh, hell, was they even showing this on screen? Yeah, okay. So they changed this only after their nuts got in the vice, right?
Oh, without, yes, because they were receiving complaints in our okay, we're pretty tight like I'm not going to sit here and say I know every native person
Sure.
where I live. However, like in the core area of where I work, I'm trying not to dox. I mean, this says Vancouver. This is Vancouver. This is in Vancouver. Doesn't matter.
British
'cause
Columbia.
You're gonna
Yep.
find out British Columbia, Vancouver. So
There you
in
go.
Vancouver's like native community, and
Yeah.
especially in the indigenous owned businesses
Sure.
community, that is extremely small. So people
Yeah.
started to talk, and then those posts got shared, and that's how I saw this.
Yeah.
Like this talk happening on my work Facebook. Right? So like,
Yeah.
yeah, he got he was getting heat.
And something else that when I went out and started kind of Googling, because I know you were very upset about this, and rightfully so. And I said, hey, the whole show today, we'll just the whole show, we'll give this jackass the attention. What little bit of a platform, what little bit of a bullhorn this channel has, we're going to give it, and we're going to make this guy. We're going to add to his fameness. I mean, he wanted fame and fortune. By God, we're going to give him all we can. Now,
sorry, keep going.
Yeah. I know when you first came and you were really upset about this, and I was like, okay, and I was listening to it, and the more I listened to it, the more I was upset because you were upset, right? And somebody that's a friend, and something had happened, and so as a friend, it's like, hey, okay, this is my friend's upset. It's bullshit. And so then the more, as I went out and started looking into stuff, I was like, oh, this guy is nothing more than a damn a scam artist. He's just a flim-flammer scam dude. That's all he is. And, and we've got the video here. We'll watch it here in a little bit from, what's the woman's name? I'm sorry.
Inez Cook.
Miss Inez. And she made a statement in there that, I'll be honest with you, I'll be fully transparent with you here. She made a statement I didn't really necessarily agree with initially, right?
Wait, are you about to talk about my whole point? Because there's a point in all this why I got as upset as I
Probably
did with
so.
the point
Probably
that
so.
Ina's
I'm
made.
probably gonna I'll probably piss you off here a little bit. When she made the statement about how if this was a person's first exposure to indigenous food, right? And this, listen, guys, we've got pictures. We can show you. This stuff was nasty. It was like had mold. It was freezer burnt.
This is all AI generated photos. That
These
like,
photos
you've
here, these
seen.
ain't real. These photos, let me show you something right here. See these pictures? This ain't real. This is AI generated crap. This was not what they were serving. Okay, let's see if I can find some of these pictures real quick here.
We got a billion tabs, guys. So I have.
I got a
billion
gazillion
images.
tabs. I mean, I'm not even lying here when I tell you. Okay, yeah.
That's
Here's
this nasty
like okay.
bandage.
So here's look at this shit. Look at this.
It's freezer burnt to
That's
all hell.
freezer
mold
burnt to all
disease.
hell. This shit here is just it's just I don't know if that's
It looks like someone
moldy.
took a shit and then it was just
God,
out in the
it's just
sun
okay.
for like
And then this
days.
is supposed to be fry bread, and from everything I've ever heard, that don't look like no fry bread I've ever heard.
No, I got so upset, dude. So
Yeah.
upset.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Okay.
It took me a while to learn how to make proper fry bread.
Yeah.
And my fry bread, even my first fry bread, never looked like that shit, bro.
But anyway, to continue with my thought here, when she said,
Sorry.
you know, that if that was someone's first exposure to indigenous type food, how it would run them on it, and they probably wouldn't, because, and her argument was, is because there's just not very many indigenous restaurants, period, right? And it doesn't have the mainstream, like, oh, if I want an Italian or a Chinese or, you know, Mexican or something like that, right? Which has a little bit more acceptance in society as a whole. And just because you go to one restaurant and, you know, it has crappy food, you're like, okay, that's that restaurant, but it doesn't run me as a whole on Chinese or whatever other cuisine there is, right? You just attribute it to that one thing, right? And I first thought, okay, well, why wouldn't that logically apply to indigenous, right? But then I got to thinking, okay, so I said, let me try to look more from through their eyes versus me just being, you know, this idiot, you know, guy that I am. And then I got to thinking, okay, I understand what she's saying, right? Because whenever there is like, for example, where I live at, right? It's real simple. We got lots of beans and rice because we have Mexican restaurants everywhere. A lot of fast food restaurants. As far as like set down nice type restaurants, we don't have a whole lot of diversity there, right? But we're just now starting to get, like, we have some places that are non-Chinese, but they're of Asian, you know, like they'll have noodles and pho and things like that, right? And we have an Indian restaurant, right? And I went there and ate, and it was wonderful food, and it really exposed me to some of that. And I'm like, yeah, okay. But what if I'd went there and it was horrible? And that's the only one there is in the whole town where I work and stuff. And my exposure to Indian food was that, and it was horrible food. And I'd be like, well, hell, that's Indian. I ain't want anything, because there is no alternative, right? And like you said, there's not, like, you don't have indigenous restaurants on every corner down there, right? So it's very limited.
One in the whole, it's just Inez.
Yeah.
And there is we have a lot of native people here. We have a lot of native people in Vancouver. It's not the majority, but there's enough.
But, and I was just like, okay, so I understood more her point, where she was coming from. I was like, okay. So I was being a little bit, just, I guess, I wasn't really looking at it, right?
I understand where I think you got caught up, right? Which is where I think you as an individual are not somebody that writes things off just based on one experience. So I understand where you would hear her saying that and be like, hey, wait, I would give it another shot.
Sure.
You know, like I'm not like that. And I think there are other people like you that do exist, that if they came across another chance to try something, they would, right?
Yeah.
But
I would hope so.
I do think that there is a lot more people that are like what she's saying, right?
Yeah, what I would tell people is this. If you're a home cook, right, and you start cooking, and so you get a new recipe, so I would try this recipe, whatever, and you cook it, it turns out like complete total garbage, right? It happens, right? You just kind of laugh it, shrug it off, okay, whatever, and but you keep trying till you get better at it, right? I mean, that's part of it. Don't just quit because it didn't turn out worth a crap, right? Um, I've had some really bad Chinese, right? I mean,
Who hasn't?
food poison type Chinese, right? Where you're okay. I've had some really bad, Mexican food. Bad Italian. I've had it. It's just, and so it's not a fun experience, right? But just because you have the problem is like what the deal is when you have such a small selection, right? And one place is advertising themselves as I'm this cuisine. Take indigenous out of the equation. They're this cuisine, and there's maybe only a couple, three possible selections you could choose from, and you go and you're like, oh God, you're like. I can see how people could turn their minds off and say, well, I don't want anything to do with that, right? I don't want anything to do with it. And I would tell you and encourage you, don't be that way. Go give the other one a try. Hopefully hopefully they have better cooks or whatever the deal is, But yeah, so I was a little bit hasty in my judgment, I guess would be the way to put that. But yeah, so anyway.
Finish the other video.
The pink one?
Yeah, the pink one.
Okay, here we go back to the pink one. Here we go back to the pink one.
I have a hard time believing that he bought it from you.
Dennis Kale, she's referring
Dennis
to.
Yeah.
Kale is indigenous, and he's definitely an owner. Me, I'm part Métis.
From where?
Pause, I'm sorry. So he just said he's part Métis. So in Canada, we have there's a group of mixed Indigenous people. Now, not like me, right? My mom is white. My dad and like our family is Cree and Ojibwe from nations in Manitoba. I'm not going to name them. I don't need to. I'm not trying to. Yeah. Anyway. However, Métis are a very specific people. You can't. I'm not Métis simply because I'm mixed. Okay. They are. You can be Red River Métis. There's specific nations and places that you have to trace your ancestry back to. Not anybody can just go and be Métis, right? And like there's like just like I have a status card that says I'm a status Indian, right? There are nations that you have to trace your roots back to belong to, say like the Métis Nation of BC, for example, right? To be recognized as Métis is difficult, right? So a lot of people mistake that, and I think that's what he's doing here. However, they have proven that he is not Métis or associated with any nation.
Can I ask a question? Because I kind of want to, I guess, get clarification for myself. So Métis, is that actual, was that a tribe in Canada, or is it like a subset or like a
it's its own classification, right?
Is it
so
only
you have
for
first,
okay, so is it people who are part Indian or part Native and then part like
it's
Caucasian or whatever?
Generally, right? So there's Métis people who were Scottish and Indigenous.
Okay.
And then there was Métis people who were French, Canadian, and Indigenous.
Okay.
So like it's usually one of the two. But there's very specific, they're very specific nations that you have to belong to. Not First Nations that you have to belong to. But like I guess you in your the terminology that you would use, it's like its own tribes.
Okay.
Right.
All right. But it is a blended person tribe, I guess, because it's not just
Yes.
okay, gotcha. All right,
Yes, it was
got
a
it.
blend. It's a blend of two cultures, either like French Canadian and Indigenous, or
Okay,
Scottish and Indigenous, and
okay,
they had their own distinct culture. They'd even have their
okay,
own language,
yeah,
separate from Indigenous languages and English. Like it's kind of like um
a hybrid.
kind of like what you like down south. This is a bold claim that I'm
Please
making.
say Cajun. Please say Cajun.
Yeah, well, yes, that's kind of what I'm gonna say. There's
Yeah,
have your own unique or Creole. Is it Creole actually?
Creole Cajun is
Cajun is different, I think. I'm
yes,
pretty sure.
it
Creole is
is,
different. Yeah, Cajun.
Creole.
but yeah, it's like they both speak like that swamp French. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I know to describe. But they call it Creole Cajun. It's they both
Either
speak the
way,
similar language, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like its own. It's very distinct.
yeah.
It's unique in
Yeah.
that way. You can't just be native and white to be Métis. You have to be
Right.
from like have ancestors that spoke that language to be Métis.
Toxic says Indigenous chatter here.
I saw
Toxic
that.
Toxic Dome, by the way, not Toxic Pip Up.
Yeah,
Toxic Dome
toxic.
says Indigenous chatter here. This YouTube channel has been taken from my ancestors. I seek reparations. Well, Toxic, this channel makes zero money. I don't know what reparations you want from me. But I'm sorry, I guess. I don't know
Okay,
what to
we
tell
gotta
you.
get through this fucking video, guys.
Let's get through this video.
But besides me, I'm just and somebody's working here. There is we have
I think his record's scratched.
as far as I know, a few different people involved with this thing. So it's not just me here, and we have a few different.
But every time people come here, it's only been you here.
Probably, I don't think so because I'm rarely here.
Well, it's true. You're rarely open
Yeah, well,
because
no.
every time people come by, it's closed.
It's been open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I wasn't here those days. So, yes.
Okay, so Dennis Kale, what community is he from?
He is up north, BC. He's Frog Clan. Yeah.
Pause.
Did he say Frog Clan?
Yes.
I thought he said frog con, but I was like, I didn't want to.
Homie said Frog Clan. Now, like, look, is that like yes? Especially over here in BC, like the West Coast, the people that are from the West Coast here, they do have clans, right?
Yeah.
However, the fact he can't name the nation he's from, that Dennis Kale is supposedly from,
Yeah.
is wild. You're claiming to be an Indigenous owned and operated business,
Yeah.
and you do not know the nations that your owner operators are from? Wow. Sorry.
Toxic
I'm
thoughts. You're being awful quiet today for some reason.
I'm yapping.
This guy is big dumb, big dumb, and I don't like him.
Whoa. Whoa. Calm down there, Toxic. The pressure's up there, buddy. Calm down. It's gonna be all right there.
I'm still trying to digest Frog Clan. Is that? I'm gonna ask this, Nietzsche. Is Frog Clan like one of the groups of native people up where this is happening? Is that like a thing?
Like I said, right? On the West Coast, the Indigenous people here do have clan systems, right? Their
Yeah.
families have clan systems. However, like when we get to the video with Inez, she will demonstrate how Indigenous people introduce themselves here, right? And you'll hear like a very clear difference, right, in between how they introduce themselves and the limited knowledge that this man has. Anyway, you can press
Dude.
play. Sorry, Mikey.
Okay, so as an Indigenous business owner, I can't imagine an Indigenous person accepting even the names of your products. It's very
We'll get to that later
disrespectful.
too.
It is. You know what? I know the owner of Four Directions Catering, and she said she's not part of it.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm gonna make you so Four Directions Catering is owned by Ruby Harry, and I have some photos of her food that she makes that I'll show afterwards when I show you guys what. Okay, yeah, we can show it now. You can show it now. This is all her food. Okay.
I'd eat it. It looks good.
Yeah, those are what we would call like Indian tacos, and some people are probably familiar with them or have ate one in their time. That's some of her food. You can click off that one now. You can get rid of it entirely. This is like the dessert fry bread that she makes with like whipped cream and berries. Very good.
So okay, is it just like is like geez, I don't know what the right comparison. It's almost kind of like a pie crust, kind of with like
No,
berries
fry
and-
bread. Fry bread is what I like. I would compare most to like a plain donut, but it's bread, right?
Right.
It's fried bread.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
fried bread with like fruit and like whipped cream. Is that like
Yeah.
a common topping?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
or like the tacos, or just jam, like whatever you
Okay.
really want. You can eat it on its own.
Okay.
This is her food truck. It's called Medicine Wheels. It's very cute. I love it. That's her. In her little food truck. Little happy. This is more. I just want you guys to see what because like we'll show the fry bread that they made. It's awful. It's
Dude,
disgusting.
It kind of like it reminds me a little bit of like sopapillas a little bit. Like if you put like some
Yeah.
cinnamon and sugar on it, it kind of reminds me of like a sopapilla.
That's what they tried to do over here, but it looks disgusting. It's
No.
extremely flat. That is what
Yeah.
fry bread is supposed to look like.
Is the dough that you use for fry bread does it have leavening agents in it? Does it have like yeast or it does have yeast, so it does okay.
I've made it without yeast before and been fine, but it's a lot better when you add the yeast.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
That's like a little breakfast sandwich made with it. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks good. I'd eat it. I'd
Those
eat
are her
that.
little desserts.
want that.
Oh, now you speak up,
cheesecake
Toxic.
desserts.
Now you speak up.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey.
Yep.
Oh,
There's
these
no-
are Bannock dogs. Bannock dogs. So there's like a
Okay.
big hot dog in there, and then they
Yeah.
wrap it up and fry it. Those are really good.
It's kind of like a corn dog in a way, I guess, right?
Yeah, basically.
Same. But it has is that fry bread dough that they put around it versus
Yes.
like okay. All right. I'd eat it. Well, I probably
Does
couldn't eat
she-
a whole lot of them, but I'd eat one. I'd try it anyway.
I could.
Does she like ship orders? Like, is this possible? Like, can I like
No.
DoorDash this shit across the
Not-
border? Is what I
not
want
where
to
you
know.
This is her catering stuff. So like I believe that's probably like Three Sisters salad, just regular salad, dough, fry bread,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. I just want you to get a picture of like of her stuff so that when we get to him claiming that she's a part of this, it's very evident that she's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's such a contrast. Yeah. Like
The,
we can
like the standard. Sorry, this is Sam Ben. We'll go to that later.
like so here's like this is the food that they were hawking, right? Versus what we
Yeah.
just saw. There's no way. That's not that woman did not make this shit here. I can tell you right now. There's no way in hell.
I want you to remember that you said that in a second. We'll get to that.
Jesus
That
Christ.
she did not make that fry bread. It's very evident. You try
here's
to get
a-
rid of all of
So here's another
go.
fry bread. Okay, so we can get rid of all these pictures.
Yeah,
You think?
I think people, yeah, and if they weren't in the stream before, then I'm sorry,
They
but we
have
got
to
to
go
get rid of
back and
some
look.
tabs.
Yeah, the tabs
Keep
are.
that.
That's
Because
more
that's
the
just more evidence of his
fry
fry bread.
bread.
That's awful.
It looks nasty. I'm gonna just be honest with you. It looks nasty.
Dude.
It
Looks
doesn't even look
crumbly as shit.
It doesn't look appetizing at all. Okay, we covered that. Okay, we'll come back to that here in a minute. All right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can actually. All right.
You can read your tabs.
I can read my tabs.
So she's saying in the background there that Ruby Harry is not involved in this, that they've talked to her in the background. Sorry, it's hard to hear them.
Yeah, there's a little bit of noise there.
Yeah.
Posting her business when she has nothing to do with it. Yeah, pretty disgusting.
Because I would have assumed that was
okay.
her.
Number one, she's been talked with Alice at the health board of coming into here and bringing and taking over the afternoons starting around 12 o'clock or something to like 6 o'clock. She's going to be like a full owner of the cafe for like, she's taking 50% of the cafe for Directions Catering.
Now we're gonna come back to that. Remember Alice? Remember Alice from the health board? 'Cause
Okay.
We're about to
Yeah.
we're about to call up Ruby Harry in a second in this video and talk about Alice from the health board.
So this
All
guy, this cat's saying that, man, he's digging a hole. Dude, quit digging. You did dig in a hole.
Yes.
Remember
said no,
Alice
she-
from the health board?
Alice from the health board, got it.
It's nothing to do with it.
For Directions Catering.
Yes,
Yes.
that's Ruby that owns it.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
said she has nothing to do with it.
She keeps saying nothing to do with it. When she's been in talk with Alice for the last week or two at the health board about doing this.
Whether or not she is gonna have anything to do with it, she's saying she doesn't. But you're calling it Indigenous because she's gonna join, or because you think you're part Métis, or what is it? Like, I don't understand. Who bought the business from you? You don't know who bought the business
Yes,
from you?
I do know.
Okay, who
I do
bought the
know.
business from you?
Yeah. So,
You can see why it's very shifty, and it's Indigenous History Month,
yeah.
and we find all of this very disrespectful.
Yeah, you can phone Ruby and talk to her.
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah.
And he said she has no involvement with you at all.
Because she usually put her picture. She'll put her picture.
This poor guy has like I say
I
poor guy.
told him-
It's not poor guy. He's so scummy, but I know he's got like 2 or 3 like aunties back there. Like, and I say aunties meaning like Indigenous women, right? That
Yeah.
carry this energy of we're gonna come in there and we are gonna like, and they're not being disrespectful. In my opinion, they're being quite calm. They're
Yeah.
asking questions, right? But the energy they're carrying is we're not gonna back down, and that's what I
Yeah.
mean by big anti energy, and why I say
Oh, they're
like
yeah,
that's
they're holding
intimidating. I've been
Uh,
around some aunties, and I've been questioned by some aunties.
they're holding him accountable. They're like, you
Yes.
said this, you said that. That's not the case. We've talked to this. Da, 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 da. They're basically fact checking him in real time. Yes, so his brain cells are short circuiting. Yeah, that's because his ass is on fire because it's getting lit up right now. That's what it is.
I told her that I was putting that up.
No, you didn't, you fucking loser.
Look at okay. Hang on a second. Here. I don't
Oh, look at his face, people. That's an amazing pause. People, that's an amazing pause. Look at his face.
Let's see if I'm
Sorry,
back.
Phil.
I'm gonna back this up just a smidge. Watch his eyes. Watch his eyes when he says this shit. Watch his eyes.
Told her that I was putting that up.
Oh, that blink. Those blinks.
Yeah, that's telltale. I'm sorry. Again, I'm not a person that I'm not like body language expert or anything like that. But just from raising 2 boys, Let me get this on cam here. Just from raising 2 sons, that this is what this numbskull doesn't understand, right? They already know the answers. They're giving you the opportunity to come clean with the truth, and you ain't doing it, right? But they already know what you did, right? It's the same thing. Like when I would catch my boys, and I'd come say, "Hey, well, you know about this? I don't know nothing about it." Or they would sit there and try some song and dance, and I already knew. We already knew the answers. We already knew. We had the everything. We just give them opportunity to own their mistakes, to take it on the chin, and just do what's right.
Do what's right.
Evidently, this Hanyak here, his mama and daddy must not have done that. This Hanyak, he's a Hanyak. This Hanyak
is a fucking Cadilla hopper, dude.
He's just an idiot. He's just a freaking idiot. He doesn't know he's caught. That's the thing. They've got him dead to rights, and and eyes spasming and shit. He lying piece of shit.
Did you actually talk to her?
Yeah.
Okay, so these names. Oh, wait. So that's a flyer, by the way, that he made with this woman's business name on it.
Yeah, 4 Directions Catering. Yeah.
Awful. Okay, you can press play because there's like Moose Poop Crunch. Who is eating Moose Poop Crunch?
Well, you know what? I didn't want to say nothing because I thought maybe it was something special for
Peepaw.
We know you would, Peepaw. We know you would.
Peepaw.
Hang on.
You think a self-respecting native person is going to be out here calling something Moose Poop Crunch? Like, we have Moose Tracks in Canada.
Yeah.
Something called Moose Tracks.
Okay.
Moose Poop Crunch.
I don't know. I didn't want to be offensive. I thought it was kind of nasty sounding myself, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to be offensive. I didn't want to be. Listen, I didn't want to be with this guy. I didn't want to be in the same boat as him and have him come at me. So I was like, maybe it's a thing.
No.
And what's it say?
No.
Hang on. Cookie dough, ice cream, maple oat crunch, chocolate chunks. Indigenous kitchen.
I mean, the flavor combinations sound tantalizing. However, the moose poop, it just makes me think of like a cat turd that's been rolled around in too much kitty litter. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, like, moose track sounds good. Moose knuckle, I'm here for it, but moose poop, I don't know.
Oh my God. Just no. Just no. Hey, Zero Core, how you doing, bud? Let's go back to the video.
They also, I think they're gonna show it. No, you can press play. I'll tell you if it. Oh, she's gonna show the. There we go. Just so we get it again in real time.
This. Look at this freezer burn.
Yeah, God.
Look at this.
That's just so
Like,
bad.
seriously, what is that?
So yeah, sorry, I know you're in the middle of a thing
Okay,
right
so
now,
there's a guy on the phone right now that's calling Ruby Harry,
Yeah.
and he is going to say everything out loud that she is confirming for them, and he does a really good job. But yeah, so just so you know, that's who's on the phone right now.
Okay. All right.
to connect with you and see if you have any connection to the spot on Commercial Drive. Are you talking about like taking over the space at all? No. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So you asked Sarah and Alice Health Board, they both said don't. They both said no, okay. So you were inquiring about the space, but when was that all about? Last week. Yeah. Okay. So last Thursday, so this past week you were talking with Alice and Sarah at the Vancouver Coastal Health, and they recommended against it. And you said officially no. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so that's to recap. It's on the phone with Ruby Harry.
Yep.
She's saying she talked to Sarah and Alice at the health board. Remember from
Yep,
back
yep,
what we
yep.
Remember the
said?
health
Yep.
board?
They recommended against it.
Mm-hmm.
And so she said at that point, because the health board, and I want y'all to keep the health board in mind for at the very end of all this,
Yeah.
they recommended against it. She said officially no. So why the fuck does this man have her business name up in this shitty cafe?
Well, that's because he's trying to tread on their cred. That's it. It's stolen. It's
He's resting on others' laurels, and it's unfair and unright.
Yeah.
So that's that video. Now, can we go to Inez's video? It's the video of the woman filming.
I can close this out, right?
Yeah, that's done.
We're done with that.
That's all we need from that. We can close that too. That's just Ruby Harry's fish. Not him. Yes.
Okay, yes, okay.
So this is the woman that was filming everything in the cafe.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Inez Cook. My traditional name is Snitsmana. I'm from the New Hope Nation in Bella Coola, and I grew up in Vancouver. I am the co-founder and owner of Salmon and Bannock Restaurants. And I'm going to make a post today that's a little bit difficult. I'm part of the 60 Scoop, and
okay, pause.
This is not.
I'm just going to explain what the 60 Scoop is. So there's the 60 Scoop. There was like the 90 Scoop, the Millennial Scoop. What all those scoops are is the mass taking of Indigenous children from their parents and adopting them out into white families. So this occurred through the 60s all the way up until like the 2000s, right? So
was
what
this
we
part,
also
was this part of the school? You guys had the
no, this is separate too.
Okay.
This is the residential schools I think were happening before and during this, but this was in addition to. What we also have now, and we're actually coming towards settlements for parts of this, is what we call birth alerts. So anytime an Indigenous child was born in a hospital, and this still happens today, that's shit people don't like to talk about, but it still does happen today. When an Indigenous child is born, MCFD or Child Protection Services are alerted, and social workers go to the hospital, and there's already a file open on that child, and they just take them. So what she's saying is she was
stop. To this day, just because a child is born of an Indigenous heritage, they come and take the child automatically? Is it? That's still going on now?
So if especially if the family itself has its own like family files open, right? So that's more so what happens today. But prior to, there would be birth alerts.
How?
So like if like the mom is particularly young, they will do this. Like I can't get into a lot. I can't get into specifics because of what I do for work, and I don't want to like.
Yeah, I don't want you to put yourself in no risk here, but
yeah,
I'm just having a very hard time wrapping my brain around that a country would have an active practice of automatically removing a child. Okay. So if let me put it this way. If a parent was already under investigation for maybe neglect or drug abuse or just abuse of children, their own other older children, and they had another child, okay.
Oh, abuse, absolutely.
I could see them coming in and taking a child because they have an open case, whatever. But just because the family as a whole has a case, not maybe necessarily anything specifically to do with the mother who just gave birth, but just because maybe, you know, there's a history in the family itself, they come in and take a child. Are you serious?
We could talk more about it, like, off it. But, like,
Okay.
I can categorically tell you that, yes, that what you are talking about has, like, absolutely happened, and we're not talking about in, like, 1920. We're talking about starting in and around the time residential schools were first founded, all the way up and until the 90s, in and around there, yes.
But
But, like,
today,
what
is it
what
is it
I'm
going on
talking
right now
about
today? Like today, is it going on today?
no,
Like if
if it were going on for just purely you are Indigenous today, then I would not be sitting here, right? I would be living a different life
okay,
without
all
my
right,
father.
because I was like, if it was still going on today, uh, I don't know what I could do, but that's inhumane. Anyway, I don't want to get you in trouble, so let's just move on.
National Indigenous History Month. I did not grow up in my culture, and I learned more about my culture through my business, and I got reconnected to my community after opening my business. When I did open Salmon and Bannock, February 15th, 2010, the Indigenous community did not know me as I was adopted, and I had a lot to prove. Now, over 16 years later and 2 locations, I'm part of the community, and I'm very, very proud.
Okay, so I just want to say one word on what she's saying there. So, like, that is proper, right?
Yeah,
And like that is you get checked. I
yeah,
especially looking the way I do, of the
yeah,
skin color I have, my mom being white, you get checked, and like
yeah,
rightfully so. If I were to start, like I've talked about, like my business, like how like I would love to one day have a 5-seater cafe. I would even that would not be putting out like my name as an Indigenous business because
mhm,
I just and if I did, I would expect to be checked. I would
yeah,
expect that they're going to be like, "Where are you from?"
yeah.
And it's not even in an intimidating way, but that is part of how we introduce ourselves, right? Where are you from? What it like where cuz all
It's
our
like a
communities
pedigree.
are so different.
Yeah,
Yeah, and because people do this type of shit where they come in and they say they are Indigenous and they're not, right? So, like, and as you get checked, after you get checked, the home that you come into, it's the greatest home I've ever found
yeah,
with my people, right?
yeah.
My aunties, my community. It's a very warm and accepting community. And you don't need to be Indigenous to be part of it. Just don't claim you
Yeah,
are. We'll welcome in almost anybody unless you're awful asshole racist, right?
yeah.
But like, yeah, anyway, that's all.
I am the only Indigenous restaurant in Vancouver, and I saw that there was an Indigenous business that opened on Commercial Drive. So I went to go check. Unfortunately, a lot of the ads that they were doing was disrespectful, and it was all AI generated, and we were already upset about that. But I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt in case they were Indigenous and just needed a little bit of guidance from community. So yesterday was the grand opening, and we went to go ask questions. And the owner, Vince Froome, he said that he was not the owner. He also said that Ruby Harry was the owner. We phoned Ruby Harry. She is not the owner. He said Ruby Harry made the bannock that he was giving away. Ruby said she did not make the bannock that he was giving away.
Dude, that
He
is
then said that
so
he was-
wrong. That is so wrong. Sorry, I went to go grab water. Him saying that she made that bannock? That's messed up. That might be his biggest crime.
Mm.
Sorry,
made
go
tea
on.
from the 1600s. But he was not the owner. He was just an employee. And I asked him, I knew he was the owner. And he couldn't say who he sold it to. But then he pulled out another name saying that Dennis Kale was the owner. And Dennis Kale reached out to me today saying he is not in fact the owner. There is no Indigenous ownership at this place. It says it's Indigenous owned and operated. And all of the food there was rotten, moldy, freezer burnt, and absolutely a health risk. The guy was lying. He was taking advantage of Indigenous History Month, trying to make money during Indigenous History Month, as well as FIFA. And this is extremely disrespectful, and we are reporting him to the health board. But people need to understand this is not okay. This is wrong. And we need to stand together as a community and make sure things like this don't happen. Let's create actions and change behavior. Like I always say, that would create reconciliation, not people posing to be Indigenous and serving substandard products. We only have one chance at making a good first impression with Indigenous cuisine. One chance. If you tried Indigenous cuisine and you hated it, and somebody asked you to try it again, you would most likely say, I tried it and it wasn't for me. If you tried Chinese food, for example, and maybe you got sick, and somebody asked you to go for Chinese food again, you would go. Why? Because we're familiar with the foods. And you would give them another chance. With Indigenous cuisine, we only have one chance. This guy is potentially making people very, very sick with expired and rotten food. And this is unacceptable and extremely disrespectful. And I just needed to make this post to share. Share far and wide, everyone. BC Indigenous Kitchen on Commercial Drive is not Indigenous. Do not support them.
All right. So now we can go into his little apology over here. Thankfully, it's only 2 minutes long. As you can tell, probably right off rip, he's just reading something ChatGPT wrote for him. The video is very weird, guys. I'm sorry, I was trying to zoom in on his glasses to see if I could see what he was reading off of.
Can I say something?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
This dude looks like a knockoff dollar
whoa,
store
whoa, whoa,
version
whoa,
of
whoa, whoa,
Professor
whoa.
Snake.
Hey. Look, you can attack his actions, you can attack his words. I'm fine with that. But we're not going to attack his appearance. We're just not going to do that. Okay?
Oh, wow.
Why?
He wants to follow
Because
the rules.
No.
We're above that on this channel?
I'll tell you why. I think there's more than enough stuff to go at this guy for what he said and what he's done. And I don't think because of the seriousness of this whole thing, I think taking shots at his personal appearance, whatever, is just kind of cheap, and it's an easy thing to do. And I don't think we need to take easy shots here. I think there's plenty of big shots we can take and just hammer his ass on.
All right. Fair enough.
I mean,
personal. This is public apparent. No, I'm just kidding.
all right, let's listen to this guy's video, apology video here. What the hell?
That's so loud.
I would like to respectfully acknowledge that our cafe operates in unceded traditional territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh nations. I offer
Pause.
my respect.
This man is from Vancouver. We
Yep.
here, since land acknowledgements started to get trendy, the names of the nations that are here, the Musqueam, Squamish, and the Tsleil-Waututh nations. I do not know why. See, I just even stumbled on saying do not know why. Difference being, we're live streaming. I can't pause and do another take. This fucker didn't want to pause and do another take, naming the nations.
Yeah.
Doing a territorial acknowledgement. I'm not saying I don't know. Anyway, that bothered me. Sorry, go ahead.
Well,
by bothered, I mean whatever.
Sure, but you got a valid point. I mean, if you're doing recorded, you want to get it right? You want to. You want to say the names right? You want to pronounce
Pronounce.
pronunciate. Yeah, you want to enunciate. You want to pronounce the words correctly. That's just more laziness, right? That just is going more towards what I'm saying. His actions, his deeds, everything that this guy has done has been the easy route, right? It's been everything from the AI flyers that he did. This guy is he's a scam artist, right? He's trying to get rich and capitalize off of things to make an easy buck. You don't have to talk about his physical appearance, right? That's what I'm saying. I mean, there's enough to go. His ingenu. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for?
Disingenuous.
Disingenuous. Yeah, everything about this guy. There's nothing real about him. He's fake from top to toe.
This apology, by the way, is just to Dennis Kale, the guy that he said he was part owner of the business.
Yeah.
Back to the elders and knowledge keepers, families, and community members of these nations, past, present, and emerging. Today, I am making this statement because I owe a sincere and heartfelt apology. Over the past several days, there has been public discussion, controversy surrounding Indigenous Kitchen and COVID Cafe. During that time, I made statements that inaccurately describe Dennis Kale's role in this business. I want to say clearly, publicly, without reservation, that I was wrong and I'm deeply sorry. To Dennis, I offer my sincere apology. I regret my words created confusion regarding your position with the cafe. I regret that my comments may have placed you in an uncomfortable situation. I regret that they may have caused frustration, misunderstanding, or unwanted intention towards you. Most importantly, I regret that I did not take greater care in ensuring that my public statements accurately reflected your role. Dennis has asked that I correct the record, and I'm doing so today.
Something tells me Dennis probably told him, set the record straight, or there's probably going to be litigation.
Can we also just take a second to admire? I understand, when it comes to public speaking, that there's individuals who have stage fright and struggle a little bit sometimes, even in a setting like this where you're making a public apology that's going out onto the interwebs and you may not be directly speaking to anyone in the room, but that the thought of it can kind of jag you, make you stumble over words, whatever. This Joker's just stumbling reading the script. Because you can tell he's reading the script because you can watch his little pupils on his fucking eyes go left to fucking right as he's scrolling down the screen. That's all I gotta say.
Are you through?
Yeah, that's all I had to say. Is he was stumbling with the script.
Well, Dennis doesn't hold a minor ownership in the business. He is not the principal owner or operator. My previous comments suggested otherwise, and that was my mistake.
I'm trying to see what's in his glasses.
Something important about Dennis' contribution to the cafe. Dennis is Indigenous and played a significant role in bringing the physical space to life. He devoted countless hours of labor, creativity, problem-solving, construction, and dedication to building the cafe from the ground up. Much of what customers see when it was COVID Cafe because of the effort, skill, and commitment Dennis invested in the project. It's important that this contribution be recognized accurately and respectfully. In moments of public controversy, words matter, accuracy matters, accountability matters. When we make mistakes, we have a responsibility to acknowledge them and openly correct them. This is what I'm attempting to do today. This statement is not intended to make excuses. It's not intended to shift blame. It's not intended to defend my actions. It's intended to acknowledge the mistake, correct the public record, and apologize directly to someone who deserves better from me. Dennis, I'm sorry for the confusion my statements have caused. I'm sorry for my stress or difficulties that resulted from them. I'm sorry that my words failed to properly reflect your role and your contributions. I appreciate the work that you've done, the vision you have brought to the project, and the effort you invested in creating the space. I respect these contributions and believe they deserve proper recognition. Thank you for asking me to correct the record. Thank you to everyone.
Thank you for asking me to correct the record.
Clarification.
It is. It's ChatGPT.
No, I'm saying he sounds like there's no emotion. There's no it's just more monotone than me.
Dude, it's like those medicine commercials where at the end they read off This medication may cause da 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 da. You know, like what?
So all we have left, that this is just a picture of how it used to be COVID Cafe, and he's simply put a sticker over the sign, and it's this new business. I guess that's what we do here.
It's rebranding.
Hell yeah.
He rebranded.
Literally.
Yeah. Anyways, that's that photo. What other photos do we have that aren't salmon and bannock related and aren't this? That aren't this?
That aren't that?
Yeah.
Let me take it off the screen here. Let's go through here and see. So
I
we can
just
close
want to,
that
yeah,
out.
yeah, close that. Keep that. Keep that. You can keep that.
Everything
Yeah,
else
those are
is
just the photos.
everything else is that.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we'll go to the shutdown notice. So big spoiler alert. They have been temporarily shut down. So Liana ran this through AI so that we can read it. So basically what this says, it's dated for June 18th, so that was this Thursday, that it has been closed due to non-compliance with food premises regulation numbers. Specifically, food on the premises was not being adequately protected from contamination. Food was being supplied, handled, prepared, packaged, delivered, served, stored, transported in a way that was not sanitary and at risk of spoiling. The premises equipment and utensils were not sanitary. The food contact services were not sanitary. The facility did not provide equipment or facilities necessary to meet regulatory requirements. They were basically ordered to clean and sanitize absolutely everything. They were ordered to repair some sanitizers. They were have to arrange for a follow-up, blah, 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 blah. Will they reopen as BC Indigenous Kitchen? I don't know. We'll keep our eyes out. But this is a post from Sister Sage. They are an Indigenous business in Vancouver, not food related. I believe they make candles, medicines meaning like whatever. They're an Indigenous business. They just basically acknowledged that Inez and some other folks got them shut down. So yeah.
Yay!
So, as a little follow-up, I just also wanted to show you some of Inez's food from her restaurant, Salmon and Bannock. Toxic has been there. So has our friend Brick. You can close the website. I don't need the website. This is bison bone marrow. It is some of the most. It's so good. It's so good. Toxic. Tell them about the
Very
bison
good.
bone marrow.
It's all very good. All of this food is some of the best food I've ever had in my life.
It's delicious. It's basically like beef butter, like bison butter, and you spread it on some bannock crackers. It's really good. Next.
Sounds good.
This is some salmon jerky, or some smoked salmon,
That looks so
basically.
good.
Yeah,
Yes, and the
I nibble it.
presentation, right?
Oh yeah.
Dude, it's colorful. It's got all the like art aesthetic designs that they tell you to do.
You can
You
close
know?
that one too. This is they make these berry sodas, and they are delicious. They are refreshing. I crave them all summer long. Keep going. This is some bison pot roast.
Ooh, that
With
looks
some
good.
bison gravy and some looks like sweet potato and squash.
Is that like on a bed of rice? Is that white stuff poking out from underneath it?
I think it's mashed taters. It kind of looks like potatoes.
It may be. Well, because I know some people like down here in the south, like they'll put like pot roast on rice and shit. So I didn't know if that was what it could have been or what.
I guess this is the inside of the cafe.
Yeah, this is the inside of the cafe. I think during COVID because they have the glass screens up.
Yeah.
But it's very cozy. They have rotating game sausage, so this might be elk sausage with some, I think, Saskatoon berries. I'm not entirely sure about the berries.
Are those berries edible?
Yes. This is some salmon and wild rice. I love the fact they have wild rice. That's what my granny used to bring me home was wild rice.
That looks hella good. I'd eat the hell out of that.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. You can keep going. This is what I believe is pemmican mousse with bannock crackers. Pemmican mousse is basically like berries and meat. It's like a very old traditional food that we used to eat, but they made it into a mousse. It's bannock crackers. That's just the outside of the restaurant. And this is what I wish I had a picture of, and what these might even be, I can't tell. But they do sweetgrass infused cherries. And
Mhm.
those sweetgrass infused cherries on top of some ice cream, if you are ever in Vancouver and it's not on the menu, please ask if they have the sweetgrass infused cherries and ask for them on some ice cream. It is the best dessert I've ever had. And I just wanted to show you that because Inez says we have one chance with our food. And what I think is really present in Inez's food and the food at Salmon and Bannock is they fucking cook like they have one chance. They present the food like they have one chance. Everything they do in that restaurant, the service, when you go there, is like they have one chance. And that's why I think Inez and myself were really passionate about this. And I thank you all for listening because that was fucking an hour and 20 minutes long, and I thought it would be half an hour.
Well, no, I think it. I learned a lot,
Yeah,
and um,
I'm hungry. And now I want to go get some of that. Dude, listen, no, for real, like, cause I've never, not that I remember, have I ever had bison, but the other night,
yeah,
we were in Kroger and, uh, me and Kaylee, we're always looking for like deals when it comes to meat and stuff, cause meat's so expensive nowadays. And they had bison steaks on sale because it was the last day to buy them or whatever on the freshness date, whatnot. And they were on sale for like, I think like 10, 15 bucks a piece. And so I was like, hell, I mean, it's just me and you tonight. I said, why don't we grab that and I'll throw them on the grill, whatever, real quick. Son of a bitch. I always thought bison was very similar to like beef as far as like textures. Nah, that bison melted in my mouth. And it was freaking delicious. And so now I want to get that bread all up in that bison bone marrow butter stuff, dude. I swear to God, dude.
It's
I want
so good. Like all of the food there, it like if like I said, there's like kind of like what Ruby Harry makes, and that is amazing too. Like that comfort food, that's indigenous comfort food. What Inez does and is indigenous fine dining, right? It's something you go and you have that experience and you remember it. You don't go there every weekend. You go there for your special occasions because what you get there is just quality. It's just yeah, it's amazing. Anyway,
I go
I
there
have to
every week.
pee really quick, so y'all chat amongst yourselves quickly while I go pee.
okay. Well,
damn.
I said chat amongst yourselves, not be silent. I gotta pee.
all right. So, I hope you
Oh,
guys enjoyed that. And hopefully, you guys, that segment, that was something I say. That was definitely something that was wrong that was transpiring in Nietzsche's community, and I'm glad that the business was met with a proper correction. They didn't go in there and start, uh, uh, showing their hind ends or anything like that. They confronted them on their statements that were false and took them to task, and let the proper authorities deal with them in the way that they should have been dealt with. And so, you know, that I think that was a good demonstration on how to deal with things that when you've got something in your community, because we all at times I think will have things that'll happen or pop up, whatever, that is some sort of injustice or something that um, it just doesn't strike the right chords with you about something. you can challenge and you can, question, and you can, take the person to task without being rude, without being, disrespectful, but just, say, hey, what you're doing is not right, and what is wrong, and that's the way they handled it, and I think that was a good demonstration of how to go about doing it and how to apply proper social media pressure to correct, a wrong. So, thoughts on that, toxic?
I agree. Fuck this business. I'm glad that, you know, it was handled accordingly
Yeah.
and they're gone.
Well,
The
they're
the
not gone. They're shut down,
well,
but that
gone
might,
for now, and I
Well,
don't know.
yeah, and
Who
that
knows?
might,
They'll be back.
and hey, it
Probably.
might, that very well may be the coffin in the nail for the place. It sounds like to me like it's maybe been struggling for a little bit too. So,
well, and here's my question. Because I work in the food industry for a decent amount of time, as far as my working career goes. And yes, you have like yearly, health and safety audits and food audits and whatnot, that as at least in the States, that as a food provider, restaurant, right, that you have to do this, right, to maintain your services, your grades, and being able to operate and make money. And from my understanding is, before you can even serve food to the public, and again, this happened up in Canada. I'm not familiar with their regulations and whatnot, but it's my understanding that you have to meet certain requirements and standards prior to being able to serve the public. And from the looks of it, this place hasn't even been open that long. So my whole thought process and questioning is how in the hell, number one, can it be open for that short amount of time, and then B, reach that level of I don't know, laziness and this and you know what I
So,
mean? Because that was
so,
some shit that you would see on like Gordon's Kitchen Nightmares on TLC or some shit, you know?
so that's why, like, if you saw on like the paperwork for them getting shut down, right? It still said COVID cafe,
yeah,
because it was COVID cafe prior to him doing this little pop-up rebrand of it
Right.
being BC Indigenous Kitchen. So they were open prior and still were operating under that name of
The,
COVID cafe.
yeah, because from that's what I was like trying to, because it didn't make sense to me. There's no way it could have been. But if he was still operating under the COVID Cafe LLC and business license or whatever, and still using all that restaurant's credentials and whatnot, then But still, Jesus Christ, dude, that shit was fucking. There's bad, there's miserable, and then there's piss poor. That was terrible, dude.
yep.
Are we moving on to Mark? Are we checking in on our boy Mark?
We're gonna check on Mark. Let's see what Mark's going today. Well, let's see. Since his last time, let's see. It looks like we got 3 new ones. Says this was Sunday.
3.
Yeah, 3 of them.
Wow.
This was Sunday and it rained. Also rained. Let's see what we got going on here.
Georgia.
Hello? Oh. Great.
Raining pretty hard. You got a pretty good rain here.
Come on, Mark.
What's up?
Very ASMR.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
get on a loop. You don't even have to. Already on a loop.
Rained a little bit at home, and then we got to my destination here. Started raining hard. A lot of clouds.
Yep.
Really?
Right, look at the park beside me. We got some more rain here in Georgia.
All right, that's it. Thanks, Mark, for that weather update.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. This is a good Wednesday brunch.
Well, how's everybody doing on this Wednesday?
Okay.
How's everybody doing? This was going to be for supper tonight, and I used a coupon that expired June 30th. Use a coupon. But here's what's for supper tonight.
Oh.
Got you a
A whole
standard
bucket.
8-piece bucket of chicken.
Good stuff.
Original recipe,
8-piece
too, not
bucket.
extra crispy.
You got
I like
mashed
extra
potatoes.
Got some
gravy,
taters and gravy. All right.
coleslaw.
I hate their
Ew.
coleslaw.
4 biscuits right here. There's 4 biscuits in here.
4 biscuits.
Good God, dude! I hope you got something to drink. Them
That's gonna
biscuits
be
are
what's
dry.
for supper tonight.
That's true.
Couldn't
He ain't
decide.
got
Felt
near
like
enough
I was
gravy
gonna
for
get
them
fish 'cause I hadn't
biscuits.
fished in a while, but I went ahead and said, well, I ain't going that far. So I decided to go and get it.
Is it Jerry?
Use a coupon. That's what's going on tonight. I'm gonna get
Tell your
ready
dad
to
to go
bon
over.
appetit. Let's eat. Y'all have a good day and the rest of your week. Talk to you later.
Oh, that
hang
little
on
tone of
here.
voice was different.
I said I played this one here. It has toast and eggs and sausage.
Click on it.
Hey, how's everybody doing this Wednesday
I
afternoon?
guess I clicked on the wrong
Oh my God,
one.
wait.
I got my
Go
brunch.
back.
Oh,
Go back.
Rewind,
In the video.
rewind.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just click on it. I just wanted to hear the sound again.
Hey, how's everybody doing this Wednesday afternoon?
Yeah, let's go.
The
Seth's
microwave.
in the chat.
Oh,
Seth,
there's
hop in. Hop in.
There's a toaster oven, 1 or 2.
Hop in. You missed my whole
I got my
spiel,
brunch
girl.
right here.
You need to
Got
restart
some
this
cheese
stream.
eggs. I put some cheese in them. Got sausage, hash brown,
Restart the stream.
and some toast.
No.
And to top it off, I got some 100% Florida orange juice.
Oh.
100% juice, orange juice. So anyway, y'all have
Oh,
a good
it's
day and the rest of your week. Bon appetit. Let's eat.
All right,
Keep
let
on
me pause
the
this real
road.
quick. Like, okay, I love it. It's like a traditional, like little brekkie. You know, you can find down south, roundabouts where I'm from. But the eggs is a little dry. I can see through the screen they're a little dry.
Maybe he just likes his eggs scrambled done. You know what I'm saying?
Now there's done, there's dry, and there's raw, and that's Sahara Desert.
Sorry,
You know,
Seth missed my entire hour and a half spiel because she just got in the chat, and I literally want her to. Anyway, that's all.
So anyway, so toxic. What do you got going today? What's this here? Europeans visiting the USA for the World Cup are enjoying the experience.
These videos make me so happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
This is one pancake?
Yeah, welcome to America. You know, I used to be little like you.
This is pizza. Damn. It's ground beef. Look at and I got big hands, L-sized hands.
That is absolutely massive. That is the size of my head. You can't get a drink this size in my country.
But what is this? Costco. This is even bigger than Walmart.
It's oh my god, oh my god, guys, it's Target. We're gonna go into Target for the first time ever. She's also gonna film it with her camera.
They just sounded
So
Canadian.
you
They
like
didn't
shopping
sound
in America a lot better, honey.
European.
We've already got 3 items.
We're in America for the first time as Europeans, and they have every flavor. Look, they have Big Red. What's Big Red? Oh, there's a Big Blue as well. We
I don't even know what that is.
All the way from London for one of these famous.
Big Red. I think it's pretty much in the South.
Yeah, it's the nectar of the gods. It's a staple. You got coffee, sweet tea, Dr. Pepper, and Big Red in that order.
I don't know about all that, but okay.
Sandwiches. Oh, that's unbelievable. What are we gonna make you today?
Waffle House. That's what I'm talking about.
I love this Waffle House. Like genuinely, I'm like going to like visit Toxic and stuff. the two things I miss the most, right? We went to Chick-fil-A and all that stuff. Fuck Chick-fil-A. I miss
Whoa.
I miss his cousin's grits.
Mm-hmm.
And I miss Waffle House.
Yeah.
Well, dude, Waffle House. Let me tell you something. Have you ever been heartbroken? Have you ever been hanging on by a thread after a long night of getting drunk and rowdy at your local bar? Well, have no fear. There's Waffle House, and it's here for you. Walk in that some bitch, order the MVP, sit down, and enjoy your endless coffee. Now, it's lost a little bit of its grandeur since they cut out cigarette smoke, so you don't got Big Tony in the back flicking his ashes in the eggs, so you don't get that extra salt and pepper seasoning. But it's still just as good. Let me tell you.
I got my waitress's mustache in my fucking eggs, and I thought it was part of the experience. I wanted it there. It was seasoning.
It is. That's extra protein and fiber. She's just helping you, roto-root your intestine out. That's all it is.
God.
It was great.
Oh.
We don't go.
I think they're getting ready for something fucking heat in Texas.
Yo, can you just give me a green card, bro? Oh.
Can you get me a green card, bro?
Yo.
Yeah, that's the food of your people, dude. Get the fuck
I
out
don't know
of
what they're
England.
singing, but I'm gonna join a party if I see it.
The container store.
It's just containers.
Just containers, what? To contain stuff?
Yeah.
We haven't got one of those in England.
Lol.
I love it, man.
That was
Oh,
great.
God.
Babe. I approve. That was a great pick. Great pick, babe.
Okay.
A plus.
Here we go. An Aussie discovers Texas Roadhouse for the first
Oh!
time. Epic.
Fuck yeah!
Wait. Before I have
Yeah.
a quick anecdote. So did you watch the video that I sent in group chat about the American or like the FIFA Cup here and how the beer,
Yeah.
like all the beer, yeah,
yeah.
and you know how the guy said fucking the Australians were purposely trying to drink this one bar dry.
Dry.
I was like, that's fucking hilarious.
Oh, that actually happened. And where was it? There was some bar. They talked. Was it like the Scots or something? They actually drunk the damn thing dry. I saw it on Twitter. They had to shut the bar down. There's like, we have nothing left to drink. You guys drunk it all. All the beer, all the whiskeys, all the vodkas, everything was gone. They just drunk it all. They had to close it down.
That's fucking wild, bro.
That's insane.
That's a
All right,
lot
so
of liquor.
So anyway, what was this? Okay. So the World Cup needs to permanently be held in the U.S. It offers the most for the teams and the fans. Oh, God.
Dude, he's about to discover the Roadhouse butter.
Yeah, I don't normally go to fancy restaurants, but like I'm in America with my son, so I'm like, let's go to Texas Roadhouse.
That's not
It's
fancy.
unbelievable. First of all, they give you these peanuts. You can eat as many as you want. She's like, yeah, just take a bag. Then they come out and they put this bread on the table, and I'm like, oh, I didn't order the bread. It's like, oh, that's free. It's like, and she goes, and if you want more bread, we'll just give you more. And this bread it's as nice as bread can possibly be. Like, if you're an Australian, try and picture the most unbelievable bread, like Subway bread. Got this fancy butter. Then they give you the Coke. Of course, it's America, so it's unlimited refill. And then it was all like ribs and steak and chips. There was an onion that had been deep fried, and you dip it in the sauce. You just leave there so happy. And then Australians are like, yeah, but in America you've got to tip. No, you don't have to tip. You want to tip. These people are the most wonderful people in the world. I don't even know why you Americans are so angry all the time. You guys have Texas Roadhouse in your country. You should just be walking around wanting to hug everybody.
We do. That's, you know what? Okay, I'm on a rant.
Oh, people's rant.
Americans, we get a lot of flack for a lot of shit. And some of it is deserved. without an argument from me. I will not argue. But that's like maybe 5%, 7% of the entire fucking population. Okay.
Yep.
People.
The rest of us, right? We're jovial. We'll give you the shirt off our backs. We'll have you come in and sit down to our table. We will break bread with you. And once you break bread with us, you are then part of the family. We will love on you. I just, and it really does my heart good that these people from around the globe have come in here to watch this the football event, right? This World Cup football thing. This soccer, whatever, that's what we call it here in the States, soccer, but it's football. I understand that from the world perspective.
No.
It's
Don't
FIFA.
give in to that, people. When
Okay.
we win the World Cup this year, all right, we're calling it soccer, and everyone's gonna have to call it soccer for the next
Okay,
4 years.
I'm not getting
This
into
is
all that.
America.
I'm not getting all that, but it does this old man's heart good to see these people coming in and seeing and being treated the way that Americans really are, right? That
Seth
they're
is in chat talking some bullshit. She's watching the stream prior. Do you see this?
yeah, what?
She's lagging on us. She's lagging.
Do you do that? What are you talking about? What do you mean I do what? What are you talking about, Seth?
And she won't come in the. Well, she's back in the stream now. She's not watching. I told her.
Well,
to
okay,
rewind
she
to
doesn't.
night
Okay,
two.
she doesn't have internet. You know, she just moved, and she doesn't have internet yet. She's on her mobile device, and so
No, she's watching the stream. She's chatting in chat. She has
Okay.
internet. I just told her to
Yeah.
go back and watch the rant, and she's over here saying his name is Dennis Kale and he works in food. That's marketing. What does that mean? And then she says, "You do
It's
that, Riv."
kale.
I don't know
Yeah,
what the hell she's
I
talking about. All I know is that I am really thank you for this, Toxic. I needed this. I love seeing these
Yeah.
people enjoy my country and the good
Well-
parts of it, right? And not, because we got some ignorant sons of bitches too. My God,
Yeah.
turn on the television, turn on the Twitter. We got them. We got the ignorant sons of bitches out there doing ignorant shit. We got them. We got them
In spades.
in spades. We got them. But damn,
I just sent you one final.
you
one
sent me
final
another one.
puzzle.
And
Yeah.
can I also say this? Because here's the thing, America, if you want to look at America, we are one of the youngest countries in the world today. A lot of the countries that are out there, they've been, there for hundreds, if not almost 1,000 years. They're very old. They have a lot of history, and America is very much looked at as a very young country as far as all this shit goes. And so it's for me, it's nice to see people coming over here and enjoying our culture, enjoying our restaurants and the food that we offer. It's very nice because, like Peepaw was saying, we catch some flack. We're the butt of some jokes, and we get it, and some of it's deserved. But it is nice to kind of see people coming over here and enjoying like what we have to offer, because we're not all a bunch of gun-toting rednecks and crazy people.
Listen, Peepaw, I agree that you're right that the people in the South, despite stereotypes about racism and homophobia, the people in the South are some of the sweetest people I've ever met, right? Mikey being one of them, you being another one of them. If I knew if like that day, like when I was like if I happened to be where Mikey lives, if I needed him in a second, he would like be there. He'd be there. If he'd figure it out, he'd be there for me. Same with you, Riv. If I ever need anything,
100%.
you'd be there. And you guys were both like that off rip of meeting me, right?
Yeah.
Like you're very nice people. You don't take a whole long time to. However, that's the South.
Okay,
That's the
okay.
South.
I'm gonna just say
That's
this.
in your guys' nature to be
Okay,
real sweet.
Sure.
And that's a compliment.
Sure,
That's a compliment.
yeah.
Okay, but hang on now. So, and I've talked about this on this channel in the past stuff. At one point in time, one of the side hustles I had was I would move school buses across the United States. And so when I had to go up to the northeast part of the United States, and around New Jersey specifically, there is a certain perception about the way that people up north act and behave. And what I will say is this, and maybe it had something to do with the fact of I am who I am, and the people who I was traveling with were who they are. It was a bunch of old Southern boys, but we got on this bus, this mass transit bus, because we had to go from one place to this other place to go get a rental car so we could return home. And I noticed when we got on there, everybody was kind of like in their own little world, right? They were either like they'd be like reading a book, or they would have their little, their ear pods in or whatever, listening to music, what have you. And, we'd be talking and cutting up amongst ourselves and stuff. And what I noticed, the longer the bus ride went, that the earbuds came out, the books got closed, and the people started laughing and started engaging with us, right?
Totally.
And so I think it's maybe some of it is a defense mechanism, right? Because they think if I don't make eye contact, if I don't whatever, then no one will engage with me, and I don't have to deal with any kind of nonsense or whatever, as it were, right? And I understand that. I guess I do, but then I'm also like, you're missing, because the whole part of the reason, one of the reasons why I wanted to do that, was money, but the other part of it is I wanted to meet people from different walks of life and different parts of this country. And what I found, and when all those years that I did it and stuff, was people. I don't care if they're from up north or they're down south or whatever. It doesn't matter. Is people, I think, genuinely are decent people at heart, right? It's just
Of
that
course.
they
It's the environment needs to
yeah,
be
maybe
conducive to
sure,
that, right? Like, if
sure,
you take people in a room who would normally
yeah,
have their earbuds in, and you put them in the room with a few
yeah,
people who like to talk, and they
yeah,
notice people are talking and interacting,
yeah,
the people there that normally wouldn't might, because people are engaging, like, "Oh, cool, these are people that want to engage. I'm gonna
yeah.
engage with them,"
And
right?
I'm sure our funny little accent, compared to what they're used to hearing,
Yeah.
contributed to it, right? But what I'm saying is I, and this is probably me being naive, right? But I still have this belief in me that, if you're in trouble, if you're down and out, whatever, that people will help you. I really believe that. I
Yes.
really do believe that, right? Um, Now, not everybody. There's going to be people that's going to walk past you and leave you right there stranded on the side of the road or whatever, right? Even here in the South, that happens.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
someone's broke down, and because that unfortunately is a world we live in today,
Mhm.
right? But I still, if I see someone broke down, I stop and will help them. I say, hey, do you need me to call a record? Do you need whatever? I don't because I'm old and I got arthritis and what have you. Won't necessarily get out and change a tire for anybody anymore, but I will sure tell them how to do it and instruct them
My
on how to
my
do it.
argument my
Yeah,
argument is less so that I think everyone is inherently like that. Obviously, when I say everyone, I mean the vast majority of
yeah,
people are good-natured and good-hearted. I think that the difference being, though, is just that the South, that is your guys' first nature. Your first
sure,
nature
okay,
is to
yeah,
help. You're in the
yeah,
South, it is first because a lot to do with some smaller towns, right?
yeah,
If you're in a smaller town, you go and you borrow sugar from your neighbors, so to speak. You go
yeah,
and you know the people, and even if you don't, that is just the first nature of the people in the South. Everyone up in and around the world, not just America, we all have that in us. It is in us. It's just your guys' first instinct.
yeah,
Whereas ours is maybe, wait, I don't know that fucking guy. He could want to kill me.
yeah,
I don't fucking trust that. I don't trust
yeah,
because, you know, you guys believe in each other a little more, right? You
yeah,
have that
Well,
belief of good
well,
people exist, you know?
well, also part of it too. Down in the South, we're a little bit more liberal with our gun laws, so we ain't really worried. You know what I'm saying? We don't care. You're strapped. I'm strapped. We're good, cuz. Let's go.
Okay, yeah, that may be something. All right, so let's get on back to the thing here. So Toxic sent me this, and I remember because Toxic was ranting and raving about this the other day, and he's talking about how the Europeans and people from all over the world really was coming, and they discovered ranch dressing, and they're like falling in love with this ranch dressing, right? Because I guess maybe they don't have it where they're from, and so that like there was like a whole thing about people were like getting bottles, whatever. And Toxic's freaking out because I think Toxic is still having blood pumped through his veins. Probably has ranch dressing pumping through his veins.
I do, yeah.
But anyway, this article here from Deserto says Doritos is what I normally call them because it's a stupid name. Says Kraft is launching airport-friendly ranch packets after the World Cup fans became so obsessed with the dressing that the TSA had to issue a warning. The limited edition travel kit includes enough ranch packets to replace an entire bottle.
Oh my god!
That got people.
Oh hell! No, it just because I'm not a ranch guy. I'm just not a ranch guy. It's okay, but it's not my go-to dressing. Give me a good vinaigrette and I'm happy. But
Caesar with some fucking garlic in it would be sick.
God, raspberry, like a raspberry vinaigrette, and I'm like, I'm good.
Blue cheese.
Well, blue cheese is okay. Blue cheese is okay. Caesar, yeah, I like Caesar. Yeah. But anyway, it's just it cracks me up, man. That they got to get these special packets. They take some ranch back with them. Holy. Well, listen, guys, they got the powder. They could buy the powder, right? The little powder things and take it back and make it themselves. It's not, so.
No, they can't. No, they can't. The TSA is going to think they're trying to smuggle cocaine or something back overseas.
So anyway, all right. So what do you got for us today, Mikey?
Yeah, why the CDC?
Why okay, dude, every week it's like something to do with sports. Dude, get out of the mode already. Holy crap.
This is about head injuries.
Oh my God, they have a movie about that. We are not talking about this. We are not talking about this. You go watch the damn movie. Go watch the damn movie. It's got Will Smith in it. You can watch it. We're not talking about damn head injuries because somebody's targeting with the damn helmet in the football. We're not. Mike, there's nothing to discuss. It happens. They even took out chair shots out of wrestling because people were getting damn concussions and shit. Talk to Mick Foley about it. God almighty.
People.
Yes,
you don't
ma'am.
even know what he wants to talk about specifically about head injuries. Do you know what?
You're right. I don't. What specifically do you want to talk about, Mikey? I apologize. Okay, maybe I overreacted a little bit.
Maybe we'll go with maybe for now.
Maybe. Okay. But I know my son, so go ahead. Bring your nonsense.
No. This is not my nonsense. This is about head injuries and what like an appropriate age to start playing. Because the number one sport that causes head injuries here in America is football. So what is too young to be playing? Should we wait to implement and allow kids to play this sport at a later age when their bodies are more developed and they have more control over their fine motor skills, stuff like that? But if this is a conversation you don't want to have, and this is another topic you wish to discuss, then that's okay.
So hang on. So what is the premise? What is the appropriate age does these articles say?
So these articles don't necessarily discuss an appropriate age to start, but it does have statistics discussing when, like, what technique is taught at what age to the kids when they start playing. The statistics about head injury reductions from
what do
like
they
say the 70s.
Okay, you've got statistics, but what is the age group? What do they say?
People, why are you so violent?
They don't specifically say an age group. They just have statistics for the age group. They don't say one way or the other if they should play younger or later.
Okay, all right. So then what does the data say?
So based on PNC, NCBI.gov, This is at-risk tackling techniques. This is the discussion because they outlawed spearing, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically where you lower your head and you go horizontal on a motherfucker. All right. And because of that and how violent the game of football can be, you would suffer back injuries, neck injuries, spinal, all that. And so from 1976 to 1970, or I'm sorry, 1976 to 1987, about a 10-year period there. You had about 7.72 out of 100,000 who would receive cervical spine fractures, dislocations in high school football.
That's fucked.
So
Yeah,
hang on. So how many out of 1,000?
Out of 100,000, you had 7.72 on average. So about 8 kids out of 100,000 would receive a cervical fracture, some type of spinal injury, neck injury.
Okay. All right.
Something
And
of that nature.
that's horrible than any period.
Right. Yes.
Okay. So as the years went forward, did that number increase?
Decreased, actually. Went to 2.8 from the year 2005 to 2014. So similar gap, about 11 years. It went down approximately 5 injuries per year.
Okay, so with education and probably better gear, right?
You're right, Pete. Our generation
Better
is getting soft.
education.
What's
Yeah,
that?
because
Hang on, what'd you say, Toxic?
I said you're right. Our generation is getting soft.
Look. So what is your okay, so you brought this up.
Well,
You've got the
yes.
statistics. So you tell
Yes.
me, what do you think what age group should young people be allowed to start playing football then?
I would say like
25.
because every like country that operates American football has different whatever, but I would say probably about 6th grade, 7th grade, so about 12 or 13. Around that age is when I would say they should be allowed
So
to
you
start.
don't think you don't think there should be any pee-wee leagues, is what you're saying?
No. I don't because here's the thing. When I was growing up, I believe they offered you could start playing in Pee Wee, I think at 4th grade, and then later on they dropped it down where you could be in 3rd grade, which you're around like I think 9 years old, 8, 9 years old in 3rd grade, and you're looking at playing.
Do they have non-contact football?
They have flag football, but in the South, I'll say majorly in the South, it's all full pads, full contact. Now, when you get like, they do have flag football leagues for kids, I'm sure, and I know they have like intramural flag football like in college and stuff. But when you say football and you say like Pee Wee football, for instance, which refers to the league of school age children that's not a high school or junior high. 3rd grade, you're still trying to learn how to write cursive, and you're over here slamming your body against another body.
I thought we weren't learning cursive anymore.
Well, I'm just saying, I was learning cursive in 3rd grade, so you know what I'm
Cursive
saying?
is what was causing the brain injuries.
No,
Yeah, I
brain
thought last week the whole problem, or was that the first week? The whole problem
That's the first
with
week.
why kids are not succeeding today is because your whole assessment was because they're not teaching cursive anymore, and
Pretty
now we're
much.
teaching cursive.
Okay, but do you get what I'm saying though? Do you understand where I'm coming at?
Do you understand
Is
what
that-
he's saying, Peepaw? Do you understand?
Because this article literally states that it has been said there is probably no better experimental and research laboratory for human trauma in the world than the football fields of our nation. That is a direct quote. Like, and okay, like if you want to play in high school, junior high, college, professionally, okay. Because at that age, I would say from high school age and up, you're not fully developed, but you're developed enough to at least understand the risks that are associated with playing these sports and how violent they can be. There's risk with any sport that you play, but what I'm getting at is it too young? Are we allowing our kids to play too young? Because what happens if little Johnny Lou Susie's playing in 3rd grade and some behemoth walks on the field with a doctored birth certificate, and next thing you know, little Johnny's on life support in the hospital? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, the one thing I'll say that I do agree with you on is this, is but here's the same thing can be said about baseball too, right?
Right.
Because baseball can be a very dangerous sport, especially like someone hits a baseball line drive and he comes back and hits the pitcher. It could, or infield period, it could be a thing. But with football, the whole nature is around physicality, right? It's about slamming into another person.
Yes.
Probably would be better suited for, like you said, at least wait until they're in junior high, because then you have professionals that have went to school, have been taught, assumedly have been taught how to coach the kids and stuff. Whereas when you're dealing with pee-wee leagues and things like that, it's just dads.
It's just
dads out there that are not, and so I would say that I would not really necessarily have a problem with that. So
sorry, I thought I was muted.
Anyway, but
Pee-wee.
I think that's probably going to wrap that up today. We've been going for over 2 hours now, and I've got
yeah, it's time to go.
I got another thing I got to go do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You need to play games with Tears.
No, I'm not going to go play games with Tears. I am not.
You gonna come cuddle with me for Father's Day?
No.
Oh.
My beautiful bride we're going to go get a little dish of ice cream from Sonic for Father's Day.
Oh, little snow cone, little coma cream,
a little coma cream from the Sonic. We'll give you a little ice cream from the Sonic for Father's Day. So, thank you, Miss Paradox, for the Happy Pride jewels. I don't know what those are, but thank you for them anyhow. Appreciate that. So, yes, Seth, I'm going to have some ice cream. Is this where you're going to come call me a fat ass some more and sit there and try to make me feel bad?
Seth, are you going to come hang out? Can you please come hang out?
So,
keep me entertained.
Anyway, closing thoughts, Nietzsche.
Thanks everyone for listening to my spiel. I really appreciate it. Happy National Indigenous Father's Day. It's also Indigenous Day and it's Father's Day, and my dad is also Native. And I hope everyone has a great rest of their Sunday, and we'll catch you next Sunday if we are stable enough.
Yeah. Toxic, closing thoughts?
Toxic's muted.
Toxic's muted because he's a loser, so let's just skip over him.
Okay. All right, Mikey, closing thoughts?
Glad y'all were able to join us. Don't appropriate cultures and sound like a dumbass when you're doing it. At least try to put up a decent front so that we can't laugh at you like we did today. And happy Father's Day out there to all the people who have crotch goblins, because it's a hard knock life. But we're here. We support you. We love you. Keep doing the good thing and putting up the good fight.
And on that note, for all the fathers out there, I hope you have a wonderful day with your kids. And what was that?
That was Toxic leaving.
I kicked him out. I got annoyed.
There you go. But anyway, thank you for tuning in today. And we appreciate you spending your Sunday afternoon with us as always. And remember to keep your powder dry, and I'll see you in the funny papers.